Hello everyone, this is Shikha, your English teacher. Now we have reached the second part of a chapter, two stories about flying, and the name of this part is Black Aeroplane. So let's move on. Now some new words from this part, the Black Aeroplane. Dakota means a type of aeroplane, and radar is called a detective device for aeroplane. So before we go ahead towards the explanation of this chapter, a little introduction about this chapter. This story is about a pilot who was flying in the sky, and he lost his way, and he was also facing a low fuel in his aeroplane, and suddenly he came in the contact of another aeroplane who helped him to landed him safely. Now from where that aeroplane came, how it helped him, now we are going to see in this story. The moon was coming up in the east behind me, and the stars were shining in the clear sky above me. Means this is the time of night. Okay, the night time has been shown, but the moon was coming. Okay, mean as the moon was taking the place of the sun and coming towards the east, and stars started shining in the sky. Means this was the time of night. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, means the sky was very much clear, no cloud can be seen. I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. Now this is the night time, so all the countryside means the outer area of the country, the residential area of the country, everybody was sleeping, and he was flying alone in the high sky, and he was happy. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. Now, Dakota is a type of aeroplane, and this is I came for the pilot. Means a pilot was flying his Dakota aeroplane, and he was going towards England. Means right now he was flying over France. He was from France to England. He was flying his Dakota aeroplane. I was dreaming of my holiday and looking forward to being with my family. Now his family was living in England, so on the way Pilot was thinking about his family, and he was also dreaming how he is going to spend his holidays. I looked at my watch, 1:30 in the morning. So the time was 1:30 a.m. okay, according to his watch. I should call Paris control soon, I thought. Now he was thinking he should make a call to Paris control room. As I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, I saw the lights of the big city in front of me. Now he was taking off the flight, and as he was looking down with the nose, means with the point of that aeroplane, he can see that big lights of the city can be seen by him. He switched on the radio and said, Paris Control Dakota DS-088 here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England. Over. Now he is making a call, and he switched on his radio and he said, Paris Control, this is Dakota DS-088. Can you hear me? And I am just taking over the flight. Means I take off with my Dakota 088 and I'm coming towards England. Over. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. Now he immediately means very quickly he got the answer. DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12-degree west now. DS-088, over. Now that answer is giving command to him that he ought is the form of should. Okay, ought is in the sense of should came here as a helping verb. So you should turn means you should take your Dakota 088 towards the 12-degree now. Over. I checked the map and the compass, switched over to my second and last fuel tank, and turned the Dakota 12-degree west towards England. Now he followed the command given by the Paris control room. He looked on the map and he looked on the compass of the aeroplane. Now there is a compass type of, there is a needle that shows the direction in the aeroplane. So he got a look on the compass. Then he switched on to the fuel tank. Now he took a look on the fuel tank, that how much fuel is left in the tank of the aeroplane, and then he turned his Dakota aeroplane at the 12 degree towards the England, and west is towards when England is towards the west. So in west direction he turned his Dakota aeroplane towards England. I will be in the time for breakfast, I thought. Now he was thinking, sitting in the aeroplane, that till the time of breakfast he can reach to England. A good big English breakfast, everything was going well, it was an easy flight. And he was having English breakfast, he means he was just dreaming about the good and lovely breakfast he is going to take in the morning after reaching England, and everything was going so well, he was having a happy flight, an easy flight. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me when I saw the clouds, the storm clouds. Now, Paris is capital of France. He was flying over France. That was near about 150 kilometers behind, means 150 kilometers distance he has already crossed from France, from Paris. Okay. So now till this time he was having a very easy flight, but now he saw some clouds, and that was all those were stormy clouds. They were huge, means they are very big in size. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me across the sky. Now the black clouds, the very big huge black clouds, can be seen by him in front of him in the clear sky, and that were looking like black mountains. I knew I could not fly up and over them, and I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. Now, the pilot very well understood that he cannot fly over the clouds, because the clouds were very big in the size. They were very huge, very black, too much black, and he also not having this much of fuel in his aeroplane tank, so that he can just take a very big round and he can come from north and south, and after taking a big round around the clouds. So this much of fuel was not there in his aeroplane. I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. But again, he was thinking that no, he just have to take back distance. He has to cover the distance back to Paris, because he cannot cover this distance in this cloudy weather, and he is not also not having very much fuel so that he can go around with the cloud. But he was very much desired to take the breakfast at his home. I will take the risk. Now, I thought. Now the pilot was thinking that he is going to take risk in this condition, and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. Now he was not able to go over the clouds, he was not able to go around the clouds. So what he did, he just take his aeroplane and go inside the huge black mountains, straight in a line. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. Now all the black clouds were there. So as he was going from the center of that those black clouds, everything seems black, means outside, inside, he was not able to see anything. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. Now he was not able to look out and see anything. Everything seems dark. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air, as the Dakota was very old aeroplane. Okay, so it was jumping, it was taking jump, and it was twisting, taking round, going side by side. Okay, curving here and there in that darkness. I looked at the compass and I could not believe. Now he tried to look at the compass, means the compass is a device that showed you the direction, in which direction the aeroplane is going. So he took a look on the compass, but he cannot believe that could not believe my eyes that compass was turning round and round and round. It was dead. Now he cannot believe. Anyhow, hardly he managed to look at the compass. What is this? The compass was just going round and round and round, and it was not working. It was dead. Dead means it was not showing him the direction, on which direction the plane was flying. it wouldn't no work. Now it is not working. The other instruments were suddenly dead too. I tried the radio. Now all other instruments, they were in the cockpit. He tried to just following other instrument of the aeroplane, but they all were not working. Now he at last he tried to make a radio call. As you can see, there is a aeroplane, a small aeroplane, one pilot is sitting over there and he is going through the black clouds, so black clouds all over the sky. So this was the exact scene. Paris Control, can you hear me? Now again, at last he tried to make a call to Paris Control and he was saying, but nobody was hearing his message. There was no answer. The radio was dead too. Now, like the other instrument, the radio was also not working and he was receiving no answer. I had no radio, no compass, and I could not see where I was. Now, this was the condition. The pilot was unable to make a connection with the message. He cannot see anything. The compass was not working, radio was not working, and he was not able to see or able to find himself that where he was going. I was lost in the storm. Exactly, he was lost in the storm, that black storm. Then in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another plane. Then now suddenly, what is this? He saw another plane was coming near in those black clouds and flying near his aeroplane. It had no lights on its wing, but I could see it flying next to me through the storm. Though there was no lights on the wing, but even then he managed to see that yes, another plane was flying near his aeroplane through that storm. I could see the pilot's face turned towards me. Now he was able to see the face of the pilot sitting in another aeroplane and he turned towards me, means he looked at me. I was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved. Now he was feeling very happy because after finding in this terrific condition and after meeting with the other pilot in other aeroplane, suddenly he became very happy and the pilot of the other aeroplane lifted his hand and waved towards me. Follow me. He was saying, follow me. Now, the pilot of the other aeroplane was giving command to the pilot that follow me. He knows that I am lost. I thought he is trying to help me. Now, the pilot of the Dakota aeroplane was thinking that I am already lost and that pilot is trying to help me, so I should follow him because I am lost. He turned his aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota. Now, the pilot of the other aeroplane came in front of the Dakota aeroplane towards north direction so that it would be easier for me to follow him. Means the other aeroplane was flying before the aeroplane of the Dakota and Dakota was following that aeroplane. I was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. Now the pilot of the Dakota aeroplane was already lost, so right now he was feeling very much happy because he found another companion in the sky, another aeroplane in the sky, and he was just following that aeroplane like an obedient, like a obeyed child. Means whatever the aeroplane, the pilot of that aeroplane was saying, he was following. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there is in front of me in the cloud. Now they have taken the half an hour flight and after that, that is strange means unknown aeroplane, okay, that became motionless, means that was not moving and it was just in front of me in between of the cloud. Now there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank to fly over 5 or 10 minutes more. Now the pilot of the Dakota aeroplane was already facing the problem of low fuel. Now the fuel in the aeroplane tank is left this much that he can hardly flying for 5 or another 10 minutes. I was starting to feel frightened again. Again the pilot started a type of fear feeling in his heart. But then he started to go down and fall. I followed through the storm. but I suddenly I saw that that aeroplane is going towards down, means he was ready to take a land on the ground, and I followed the through the storm, means through the storm I just have nothing else to do, I have to follow that aeroplane. Suddenly, I came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of lights in front of me. Suddenly, there were no clouds, the weather was clear, and he was able to see the line of the lights in front of him. It was a runway and airport. I was safe. The lights means he was near the city. Now he realizes that these lights were coming from the runway of an airport, and now he is safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. Now he was turning his head to see his friend in another aeroplane, but the sky was empty. There was nobody. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. I could not see it anywhere. Now he tried to see that aeroplane in each and every direction, but he could not find that aeroplane. Nothing was there in the sky. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near to the control tower. Now he landed safely on the runway of the airport, and after coming out from the aeroplane, he just straightforward went to the control tower. I went and asked a woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was. Now he was in the very much desire to know about the other aeroplane, the pilot of the other aeroplane. So there was a lady sitting over the control room over there. So he asked the lady, I wanted to say thank you about that pilot. So he was giving a thanks to that pilot. So about that pilot, he asked the lady who was sitting in the control room. Looked at me very strangely and then laughed. She gave me a strange look and started laughing. Another aeroplane up there in the storm. Now he again asking me the question, another aeroplane in the storm up in the sky? No, other aeroplane were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. Now that lady was saying no other aeroplane was flying in this storm at night in the sky. Only your aeroplane was there, and I can find only your aeroplane through my radar. Now radar is a type of detective device that is used to find the aeroplane when they were flying in the sky, and that radar is fitted in the control room of the airport. So through that radar, that lady was able to see that only my aeroplane was flying in the stormy night in the sky. No other aeroplane was there in the sky. So who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in my tanks? Now the pilot is having so much wonder that who was there in the other aeroplane, who helped him, who saved his life when there was no compass, no radio, and there is no fuel left in his tank. Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights? Now he was again thinking who was the pilot, that he himself not having any type of lights in his aeroplane, and even then he was flying so easily in the stormy clouds, among the stormy clouds, and he landed me safely on the airport. Who was that pilot? Where his aeroplane gone? So many questions are left behind him, and he was not there. So here we again completed this story. It's a type of little mysterious story. I like this story. It was a sweet and interesting story. It was there a mood refreshing story. So I hope you understood the explanation of the story very well. No hard words were there in this story. So go through the explanation yourself. So that's it for now. We'll meet again.